Hello, and welcome to today's episode of the Created to Write show. I am your host, Michelle Dennis Evans, and this started because years ago I believed a lie that I couldn't write. And I loved story, and all I wanted to do was be a writer. Yet my teachers in high school told me my writing was immature, that I didn't understand the concepts, and that I would never make it as a writer. And it was like silly for me to even think it could be a career. So I believed that lie for way too long. And it wasn't until my 30s, when my third child was born, that I did a course and I learnt how to write. The desire never left me. That dream never left me. And today, hang around because I'm going to share 10 top tips. I don't even know if they're my top ones. They are 10 tips for the aspiring writer. I'm going to share 10 tips. They're probably not the top 10. They're just 10 things that have come to me for an aspiring writer so that you don't get stuck in that wanting to write but not writing for years and years and years like I did. Okay, so number one, why are you writing? What do you want to write? Who do you want to write for? You know, some people just want to get out their biography so that it's a piece of history for their family, and that is okay. And some people just want to do more journaling and make it pleasing and aesthetic and just something that may be used later or just for themselves to look back on. So they've got a record and an account of what the Lord was doing in their life throughout their different stages. And then there's fiction, which is what I love to do, write story. Jesus told parables, so I believe we can grow, learn, and heal through reading stories. And then, of course, there's nonfiction of every subject out there possible. What is your expertise, and do you want to share that with the world? So know why you are writing to start with. And I think I actually didn't really know. I thought I wanted to write for magazines. I thought I wanted to write more poetry. And then after I did the course, I realized that it was novels that I really did want to write. And my natural writer's voice landed in the young adult field. And so that's who I've been writing for, young adults, the older teenagers mostly. So that's my first thing. Number one would be know why you want to write. So once you've got that sorted, let's look at number two. So you know why you want to write. Have you started? Or do you just keep going, one day I'm going to? So what I want to say is just do something. Start with mind dumps. Now, there's a few really good books on this. I think one's called The Artist's Way. But a lot of people train on this to do mind dumps. So either get a pen and a paper and just write. Don't even think about what you're writing. Just dump every thought that comes to your mind in. Don't let the pen leave the page or your fingers leave the keyboard. So you can do it typing or writing. There is a really good connection with helping your mind unlock things by writing and seeing those words come out on the page, and the whole physical aspect of actually physically writing. I've done it both ways. It actually works for me both ways, typing or writing, to unlock something else. So dump, 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 dump. And don't stop. Give yourself a timer, whether that's 5, 10, 15 minutes, and just dump everything out until you've got nothing else, and then see what you want to write after that. Okay. And staying consistent. Give yourself, it does work for me. I write in the mornings at the moment. It used to be night. And so I had a time, I've always had this time that this was my writing time. And it doesn't happen every day, but it happens most days. And so that's the time I'm at my computer and I'm working on my writing. So set yourself a time, whether it's 15 minutes a day, whether it's time in your lunch break, or whether it's at night after kids have gone to bed, or when the house is quiet. Just find that time that you're going to say, I'm going to give myself an hour, or I'm going to give myself 15 minutes. It could be a long session. It could be a short session. You're going to sit there and you're going to put something down on paper, whether it's the mind up or whether it's actually planning out what you really want to write. It's staying consistent and getting a little bit done each day. If you were to write 1 page per day, how many pages are you going to have written at the end of the year? More than a book, right? So you can get this done. It just takes consistency. Number 3. Okay, this is one I had to overcome. Oh my goodness. I would start. I would start and I would start, and I would never get past the first chapter because I would have to then rewrite it, revise it, make it perfect. It didn't make sense. Rewrite it, rewrite it. Forget it. Don't worry if it's messy when you first start. Just keep going to get it finished. Overcome perfectionism. It's not meant to be perfect. Your first draft is meant to be messy. So just keep writing until you've got the complete work out, then go back and clean it up from the beginning. That was the best thing I did. I know some people can edit as they go, and I do slightly edit now as I go. I'm still way better off just to get the full story out, then go back and clean it up. Otherwise, I just never get to the end. So I want you to start and finish. So start, keep going till you get to the end. Don't be a perfectionist. Let it go. Be messy in the first draft. Know that it's all fixable. Okay. And as much as my teachers frustrated me when they told me that I wasn't going to be a writer and I couldn't write and my writing was immature, they were right. They were right. I needed to learn how to write. And at the time, they didn't really have the skills to teach me how to write. And I possibly didn't have the capacity to learn at that stage of where I was at through high school. And so I did a course. And do not underestimate getting good at your craft. Okay, take a course. There's so many YouTubes that are available, free courses, paid courses. Get into a writer's group. Be a student of the craft. If you're a student of the craft, you can only get better at what you do, and therefore you will be happier with what you produce when you write. Now, some people are natural writers and they really don't need to learn a whole lot. They're just born amazing. I had to learn an awful lot, and I am still learning, and I'm always growing to become a better writer so that what I write lands better for the reader, because I want it to land with ease. I don't want them to have to work hard to understand what I'm trying to mean. So it's learning how to bring what you're putting on page so that it lands for the reader. And often you've got blind spots. You're blindsided by parts that you think are great when just another set of eyes or a mentor or a teacher will help you find those holes in your work to make it sing. And that's what you want to do. You want to have a really good quality piece at the end. That's 4 things. Now, I mentioned this one before. Number 5, I'm going to say, is community. I did mention join a writers group. I did try and do it alone. In fact, I tried to be silent and not let anyone know that I was writing because I was trying to keep it secret, because I'd already been told I wasn't good at it. So I didn't want anyone else to tell me I wasn't good at it. I wanted to get good at it before I told anyone. And finally, I found a conference coming up in Brisbane, which is only an hour away from me, and I went to it. And through that, I joined a Christian writers group. And I have made so many friends in this journey that it is so beneficial. Doesn't matter what genre they all write in a writers group. Sometimes it's just the best thing for you to hang out with other writers. And then as you continue in your writing, to find people in like genres is also beneficial. So it's both, having both from different genres, just people who are creatives and writers around you to help you, and to be community. We were meant for community. We were meant to be in community. We were never meant to be a lone island. And even though a lot of writers are introverts, you still need people around you. Okay. And then you can retreat back to your computer, your desk, or your notebook and write on your own if that's what you love to do. And side note, I love writing in cafes. I love having noise and music and everything around me. And I love drafting things when there's lots of noise around me and I can watch people and get other little things in my mind going about how people are doing things. What is that? How do I write that when they do that with their hands? Fun fact. I did a full podcast on this one a little while ago, embracing feedback. It is invaluable, and do not think that you don't need it. You do. We all need feedback when we're trying to get better at something, and it's finding the right person to give you feedback so that you can hear it well to make your work better. Not every editor, not every critique partner will speak your language. It's just practicing to find the right people who do speak a language that you can hear from and grow through so that you can get better. This is one I struggle with. Number 8, Sailor, taking moment to rest, taking maybe a Sabbath. I grew up on a dairy farm. My dad worked every day. The cows did not cross their legs. They needed to be milked every day. Although he did on a Sunday, generally, he took it easier. He didn't do as many things out on the farm unless they had to be done. He did take that day easier. So I know I've learned from him that I don't know how to stop very much. And I am doing my best now to make sure I take a day off a week where I just relax everything and just sit and be with our creator and just um, allow the creative to just brew and grow without doing constantly. I'm just quite bad. Should I say that? It's like an addiction. Work becomes an addiction, and I consider my writing as one of my jobs, one of the things I do. So, growing up on a dairy farm, I did not learn how to take a day off or rest really well, but embrace family life, embrace the timing, give yourself time to write and time to rest. It's not something that you do every day, all day, and get out into life because that's where you get extra ideas. And if you're always on your own, you're not getting all those extra little nuggets of gold, hearing, seeing, smelling, touching, all your senses around people and things and doing life. So remember to embrace the time that you write and embrace rest times as well. Okay, that is something that I have learned that it helps to write better if I do take regular little breaks and not expect myself to be writing all the time and every day. This one's hard because, as I said, I kept it secret for a long time. I was only my lecturer and tutor that I showed my writing to. I showed snippets to my husband. It took me a long time to show my writing to anybody. And then I finally found some critique partners who I worked and really enjoyed working to. So at some stage, you will have to be bold. You will have to grab your work and let someone else read it. And you will know when that time is right, when you're feeling like it's ready to publish or you're getting closer to seeing it published. Show somebody, let somebody read it and let them give you feedback. And then you can improve from it and get closer to getting it out so that it actually does get published, because that's the whole aim. If you're wanting to publish something, if you're just writing it for yourself, you don't need to show anybody. It can always just be for your eyes, of course. So this is number 10, and this is a really big one because I got hung up on it for quite a while, and the roller coaster of my initial success and then quite depressing afterwards. So, number 10 is not getting hung up on the numbers. My first book hit bestseller. My second book hit bestseller. And then my poetry book also hit bestseller in that category. And I just expected that they would stay at the top, that people would keep buying my books, that everything would just keep going wonderfully. And it hasn't been my journey. And I had to learn in through much prayer that I'm really writing for one. I'm writing for the one who reads it, and I'm writing for the one because it's the gift he's given me, and I am doing it as stewardship of my gifting now. And so remembering that everything I write is to honor the Lord, and it's for that one set of eyes that God might bring my books to. And if it touches one person, it's worth it. And that was when I took the pressure off the numbers. So whatever it is for you, remove the numbers out of it. Don't think about the stats, the followers, the comments, the this, the that, the that. You'll get yourself I got myself messed up over it. So pull it all back in and just remember you're stewarding the gifting that the Lord has given you, the desire on your heart. So give it back to him and see what he does with it for you. Okay, there's 10 tips for an aspiring writer. There are plenty more out there, and I might do a second one of these ones. Thank you for hanging around to the end. Please hit that like and subscribe. Leave a review. Reviews are really helpful as well. Remember to jump on your favorite bookseller's website and go and leave a review of a book you've loved recently. It really does help the authors, and it's a free way to support them. And until next time, remember you were created to create and created to write.